The first thing is that when you guys are in matches, each of you individually have to think about, before the match, like, what am I going to bring to the game today? What am I going to bring to the match today? Okay? Regardless of who the opponent is, where we are in the league, and we'll get to that in a second, because I heard there's also a cup match as well that you guys are still in for. So there's still more to play for in your guys' season. But any match that you're going to go into at any level, even if it's even the training session, right, where there's not much at stake, always think, what can I bring today? Okay, that's really important. And that's like the basis of the mindset, is like, what can I bring today? You don't just want to turn up to a practice, like how some of you guys turned up today, which is just like, just very casual, kind of like, I saw like pushing around and shoving. I don't even know what I saw. I saw some nonsense over there. It's like, okay, there's time for that, but hopefully before that, we've also thought, what am I going to bring today? How can I improve today? How can I help my team today? Because that's what you guys are all here for, no? To support your team. That's really important, because when you're in those matches and you're up, then it's the halftime, then the other team comes out stronger, and we're not playing for each other as a collective, we're going to struggle, right? Does that make sense? So we have to really work together, and I think that starts with, individually, where is your mentality at before? What can you bring? What can you offer? Okay? You guys have a lot of players on the team. I know there's some injuries, right? But you shouldn't think that your place is always secured, okay? And even if in this group, it might be, because there's injuries and this and that, and maybe you know in your mind, you know what? Regardless, I'm still going to play. We shouldn't have that mentality, because this isn't the only team you guys are going to play for. No, I know some of you, from what I heard with conversations, that some of you would like to maybe play at a higher level, like play in college, right? Or maybe even higher than that. So if this is your mentality, where it's like, you know what, like this, it's not gonna happen, okay? You have to have really, really top, what can I bring? Okay, that's one. Number two, when we're in those matches and it's the halftime, and then we go out into the game, and you guys are kind of sitting back a little bit and all that, why are we doing that? Because what I heard is that you guys have the best attack in this, the most goals scored, one of the best attack in the league. Is that right? That's your strength, guys. So why are we hiding from that? Right? So what you guys should be thinking is, let's go for it. We have these guys. We already have the lead. Let's keep showing that. Okay? There is a time in the games where, hey, maybe we have to sit in a little bit and defend, but that's usually at the end. Last couple of minutes, okay? Not the entire second half. But you have to believe in yourselves more. Trust yourselves, because you guys have shown it. And there's something I talk about with all the players. When we think about confidence, like, you know, I don't really have that belief, or I didn't have, like, I'm not feeling 100%. We have to find evidence to give you that belief. Because like if I tell you and say, just tell yourself you're an amazing player, that you're the best player. Okay, you can say it, but you might not actually believe it, right? But to get you closer to that is to think, well, what have I shown in the past that supports that belief, okay? So if the match comes and you're a little nervous, okay, or maybe the second half comes, you're a little nervous, you're sitting back, you're like, oh, I don't want to concede, I don't want it to be my fault, right? I'm maybe not good enough. What did I show in the last practice? Did I have a good practice this week? Did I improve on a certain skill? Did I offer something a little different? What about the match before? Did I get a goal? Did I make some good blocks, some good tackles, some good clearances? Oh, yes, I did. Okay, so let's focus on that. That's what we should be thinking about. Does that make sense? That's going to help a ton, okay? As humans, we're all humans here, no? I think, or maybe, I'm not sure if you're a human. I saw you over there. I saw some movement there, some speed that I haven't seen other humans show. So I'm not sure. But I think we're all humans, okay? And that means that as humans, we only have so much that we can process in our mind. There's only so much that we can think about at one time. We can't think about everything, right? And I know you guys, the age that you're at, there's a lot of things you guys are thinking about, okay? A lot of you guys are international as well. Like, Wales isn't your home country. You're in a different environment. So all these factors, okay? But what we need to do, what each of you need to do, is when you think about football, you think about coming into a match or in the training or this and that, just focus on the things that you can control, okay? Because there's a lot of things as players that we can't control. Who can name a few or one? Something that's not in our control. The pitch, love it. That's not in our control. The ref. The ref makes mistakes, okay? The ref sometimes doesn't make mistakes, but you think it's a mistake, right? And yeah, if you make easy tackle, like easy fouls, then you're gonna make the ref's job easier, right? And there's always gonna be that argument, is it a foul, is it not, right? But at the end of the day, you don't control the ref's decisions, no? You don't control his mind or her mind. So we shouldn't be focused too much on that. Like if you're in a match and you're up 2-1, okay, and then the ref doesn't give an offsides or something like that, right? And we're just upset about that, it's gonna lower our game. We have to forget about those things. What else is not in our control? We said pitch, refs, what else? Weather. Okay, weather. What else?
Pressure, like the others.
Love it. Who adds pressure to us?
The others.
Okay, the opponents, who else?
Ourselves. People watching.
Ourselves, love that. Love that. What else? People watching, the sidelines, right? It's maybe not always quiet. Yeah, coaches, there we go, right? Coach Sam, all right? Coaches, your coach, the opponent's coach, okay, the sidelines, right, parents, tons of pressure, okay? All these people, right, we don't have control over, right? So with coach, it could be playing time. It could be not getting picked. It could be decisions, how they respond to a mistake or something that we do, no? Right? And we hope that these things are positive. Sometimes they're not positive, right? But if we focus too much on that, we're going to struggle always. Because these things, when we think about it, all these things we just mentioned, they don't actually make us better players if we keep focusing on them. If we're so worried about what a parent's going to say or not going to say, or what the ref's going to do, or the pitch and this and that, they're not going to make us better players, okay? Instead, we got to focus on the things we do have control over. What are those things? Mentality. Okay, so like how we think, no? Performance? Yeah, effort. Love that. Well done. Effort. Focus, right? So the mentality, our behaviors, our decisions, our actions, and this isn't just football. This is everything. Like the other things you guys have going on in your lives, no? These are the things we have control over. We need to focus on these things, because when we think about those things, if we have a quick think, actually those things make us better players. If we show more effort, if we focus more on how we respond to certain situations, if we put in more time to improve our training, okay? Say for your school, if you put in more time studying, you're probably going to get a better result on an exam, no? You have these control over these things, okay? So that's what we need to focus on, because those things make us better players. And if we're focused on those things, boom, we can deliver more on the field, okay? So last thing on this one, just a strategy that you guys can start using is set a goal for yourselves before each match. So you guys have a match on Thursday. Of course, there's the collective goal, there's the team goal, which is to win. No, it's to win. At this level, it's to win, okay? And it's to compete and show unity as a team. I think that's very important as well, okay? Win, draw, lose, we have to show that as a group, okay? Because that's also going to give us the best chance at winning if we do that, okay? That makes sense? Yep. But set a goal individually. That's the collective goal, but individually, each one of you, for your match on Thursday, have a goal that you'd like to set, okay? And the best way to set goals is to make sure that they're specific, okay? Make sure that they are realistic to where you are right now, okay? You know, you guys might not have the same goal. You two might not have the same goal, okay? Just in general, right? Players aren't always going to have the same goal, okay? Because we're at different stages maybe in our journey and how we play, okay? Does that make sense? So set a goal that's realistic to you. Be honest with yourself, with where you are, okay? Because I saw here, sometimes the first touch was getting away for some players, okay? Others, the first touch was very nice. For some, the skill moves weren't showing. And for others, the defending was a lot better, okay? So you all have different strengths. So think of a goal that makes sense for you. make it a challenge just above what you normally show, so that you know it's rewarding for you if you achieve it, if you accomplish it. Okay, does that make sense? And what I would do is, when you think about your goal, write it down. Okay, because when you write things down, now it's out there in the world. It's not just in your mind. When you write it out, now you've put it into the world. So if you don't do it, or if you don't even try, you're kind of going back on your own word. No? You guys want to be people that go back on your own word? No. Right? You got to be honest with yourselves, truthful. Okay? This is what good top people, leaders, captain, who's the other captain? Captain is what true leaders do. Okay? And I want all you guys to be leaders. All right? Whether you have a captain band or don't have a captain band, you all should be leaders. Okay? And you all are leaders for the team. That's another point. Guys, don't just think, oh, well, I don't have the captain band. Not my responsibility. I'm good. That's not the mentality. Okay? We all have a role to play for this team. Okay? So set that goal for yourselves and try your best to achieve it. Question for you guys.